Welcome and thank you for tuning in on another great episode of Empowering People. Guys, you might be wondering, why is this real estate agent going against the current? And I'm here to tell you that after thousands of hours, a lot of the noise, I was able to filter down and understand that people have the power to execute on a real estate transaction in 2024 without the need of a real estate agent. And in fact, eliminating the biased opinion. I'm gonna tell you, I'll go furthermore, and I'll leave it there. Furthermore, a real estate agent actually can end up harming you more than they actually end up helping. A lot of agents, they go into the woods for months, okay? And then all of a sudden, when people start calling them or a friend might help ask like, hey, are you still doing real estate? They will literally dust off the books and try to learn again everything they need to know and figure it out again. And I'm here to tell you guys, that's the same person that's going to end up harming you because they don't have even a step themselves. And what I have done is I have delivered a recipe for you. I have delivered the same step an agent would need to take in order to execute. All right. And all you need is the recipe, guys. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to deliver it. And without further ado, we're going to be discussing today step number 3. Okay. Out of the 7-step process of selling your home on your own. Right. Do it yourself, guys. Because I truly believe you can do it yourself. But I'm here to empower you with the power of choice. I provide you the tools and information, and you decide whether or not you still need a real estate agent, guys. So step number 3, okay? We're going to elaborate about market your property, okay? There's a 5-step process that you want to highlight, and by the end, you should be able to understand, how to market your home, why it's important to market your home, and overall, if you still need an agent or not. But overall, this step here is exactly what you need to do. I also have a checklist. And eventually, what I'm going to be doing, guys, in the near future, I'm actually launching a community completely free where you could go and actually complete these 7-step process on your own term and your time. But overall, it's just going to create a structure. And that's what I want to deliver to you guys. All right, guys, without further ado, let's talk about these amazing 7-step process. We're at step number 3. Okay, so step number 3 is going to be market your property, guys. When you're marketing your property, okay, it's going to be very important that you try to get as many as possible, as many eyeballs as possible in your property. Okay, you want as many people as possible looking for finding your home in different types of websites and so on. Okay, so there is a lot of emotions when you sell your home. There is excitement and there is a lot of confusions. And there's also some challenges, guys. And so what I have done is I have delivered as many to help to keep you structured. And I also, like I said, I have a checklist, which then you can start checking off some of the things that you have done along the process and just keeps you organized. I promise you're going to be more organized. I swear to you than a real estate agent. Okay, I promise you. So why step number 3 again is important. I kind of highlight the importance of that. The benefits of effective marketing. And you want to increase again the visibility for your property. If there's teachers in the area, firefighters, local professionals that might want to stay local to where they're currently working, when you market the property and you start putting exposures, some people that are not even considering buying or selling might just get it into the market just because you have your property up for sale that is get them closer to work, 5-10 minutes. There's a lot of people that like to stay in that box in that kill zone, living within mile radius from work and shopping center and everything they need, and they don't leave that box. I'm seeing a lot of people do that. So and that's okay, it just makes your life a lot easier, right? So uh it also going to attract serious buyers. The more people that look at your home, the more serious buyers you're going to have looking at your home. You really want to highlight the key features when you're marketing your property. What did you like about the property when you first purchased it? What do you currently like about the property? What you currently like about the neighborhood? So overall, what got you sold and what still has you sold? I mean, you might be moving to downsize or upgrade, which happens a lot. All right, guys. But let's move on. Let's look at the key strategies to marketing your property, the 5 steps that you need to take in order to execute just like a professional, guys. I highly recommend step number 1 is the MLS limited listing service. Guys, what is the MLS limited listing service? Well, you get to still place your property on the MLS, okay, just like an agent. You're going to call your local broker, all right, and you're going to place your property on the MLS, and it's going to give a wide exposure to all the audience, just the same way as a realtor when they list your property. It's going to get the same exposure. It's going to expose your property to all these agents, okay? And that's what you want, right? You want as many eyeballs on it. And the reason I highly recommend I have as number 1 the MLS limited, listing limited services, it's because it's buyers are currently working mainly with agents, right? So more qualified buyers are typically working with agents. So it will be the wise approach for you to expose your property in front of a listed agent. And in fact, when buyers are working with an agent is setting up property search that are meeting their criteria, price range, bedrooms, neighborhoods. So you want your property to fall under that criteria search that they're sending to their buyers. So that way they're exposing your property to motivated buyers. That's why I really highly recommend you do limited service. Now, the difference between a full and a limited service is the limited service, you're going to have to do about 95% of the work. All you do basically, all the agent does in this case, or the broker, is going to list your property, but you have to give them pictures. You have to, take your own photography. We're going to go down further down the steps, but just so you understand, the limited service is just that the calls are going to be coming directly to you. Now, there are some agents that you're able to negotiate terms, and they'll answer all the calls and just send you the vetted qualified buyers. And in return, what they get in from that opportunity is to get buyers for themselves that are not qualified or looking for your type of property. So it's a win-win. And just so you know, a limited service could cost you anywhere from, I've seen brokers do $99, $499 to $1,000. It just really depends on the service. Again, you're gonna have to deliver the pictures. You're gonna have to deliver the information that you want them to place on the MLS, so they're not gonna get creative for you. But there's a lot of tools that can help you get creative with the criteria and what you want to deliver in your information when you list your properties, guys. So it's by far my biggest recommendation if you want to sell on time record, but I still do believe you have the power to doing this yourself. Without the limited listing service, it just might take you a longer time. You also might get a lot of low offers or even get a little bit disappointed. So now keep in mind when you're doing limited listing service is I highly recommend that you do a 2% to the buyer's agent. So overall, you spend, let's say, 2%, and let's say right now the home median price is 400,000, 2 times 4, that's 8. So it's costing you $8,000, right, on $400,000 property, plus another 500 of the limited listing services. And let's say hypothetically, if you were to do a 5-6%, do the numbers, 5%, that's that's $20,000. Now you saving. Look at this, guys. It's simple math. I didn't do any script about this. So you saving almost $12,000 doing it yourself, doing a limited service, So overall, imagine what you can do with an extra $12,000. You could go live that dream you've been wanting. You could go buy that new car. I heard it all, man. I heard the vacation to Brazil, $10,000. Like vacation to Brazil, 10,000. Wow. Well, anyways, there you go. An opportunity for you to live your dream or invest on an opportunity like real estate, a passive income. Eventually you want to have a retirement, right? You could set your own retirement. I mean, the average American buys 3 homes. So imagine if you save an average of $12,000 on each home, that's over $30,000, guys. What will you do with an extra $30,000? Think about that. Right now, the average American is only making $53,000. So that's more than half of that money, guys. So it's almost a year's salary. Think about that. All right. So without further ado, Number one, try to keep it in mind. Now let's move on to step number two, listing on multiple platforms. Now, if you decide not to go with the limited listing services, then you're going to have to manually do all these platforms like Zillow, Trulia, Redfin, Homes.com, Realtor.com. They are great websites where you could go and expose your property, market. You're going to want to highlight the key highlights. Just upload everything. It's going to take you a little more time, but step by step. It's not going to put you in front of hundreds of websites just like the MLS does. So that's the other thing. Keep that in mind. But these main websites, you can place your property there, upload your photos, the description, your phone number. Now, I do recommend if you don't want to expose your personal phone number for you to get either a Google Voice account and or a Vumber. I use Vumber as well. It's like $9 a month, and people are not really getting your direct number. So you can use that for the limited time of you doing this process. So that way you're not getting months later after you sell your property, a lot of calls still, right? So you just kind of want to avoid that. But again, this step number two will only apply if you do not do the limited listing service, okay? Now, moving on to step number three, social media. Guys, by far, when we even hit the red light, we could see everybody on their phone. I peep and I can see through my car to somebody else's car and then social media at the red light. So imagine you want to expose your property to as many people as possible, as we discussed. Everybody now is on social media, the teacher, the police officer, the firefighter, everyone is like on and tuned into it. So what better way to market your property on your social media where your friends and family might be able to expose it to other people, or they are your buyer? Who knows? I mean, it could really happen. So exposing your property on social media, Instagram, Facebook, um, TikTok, all these great platforms. You can even do a video about your property when the photographer comes through and put it up to your YouTube channel and gets viewed. I mean, every exposure, it's definitely possible. You can even do paid ads. That's a little bit deeper. We could do a video later on about how to do paid ads. I personally have sold property using paid ads. I mean, I found an end buyer. So overall, great strategy. Now let's move on to step number four, guys. Create a virtual tool and hire a professional photographer. By far, guys, I emphasized this before, and I want to express it and emphasize it again and nail it down to your head and let you know, please, unless you're a professional photographer, okay? Take that remark. Unless you're a professional photographer, hire a professional photographer, because imagery has this cognitive effect, okay? That photographers understand how to get that done, all right? When they take in pictures, angles, light, the view, whatever that is. And they're also going to be equipped with be able to do drone videos. So you want people to have this scenery. They even are able to highlight where's the nearest school, where's the nearest attraction, blah, blah, blah. So overall, you want that type of interaction. You want them to create a 3D and a virtual tour, so that way you can upload it to these websites and even social media to give people a feel of your home, because 9 out of 10, your home's going to get sold from the couch, guys. All right. There's somebody watching TV, scrolling, looking for homes, and bam, your picture literally just captured their eyes like, mind scrolling. So get that, guys. All right. So that's why pictures is vital. Do not pull your iPhone 15, 16, 17, your latest Android. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. This is one of the most important part of marketing. This is where people are going to be looking at your property. So virtual, getting a professional photographer, that's going to be key. Okay, guys. And moving on to step number 5 is highlight the unique features. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to want to express to people. You want people to understand also why you bought the property. I mean, what's the energy and who more passionate than you actually about your property. Some people, even right now, I have clients selling their homes and they still love their home, but they need to relocate even for medical reasons, or they're retiring and they, overall, there's plenty of reasons why people need to sell, but highlighting the key features, what you like, the kitchen, if you upgraded the roof, if you put a new roof a year ago, months ago, new air conditioning, whatever that looks like, make sure you highlight these key features, guys. All right. So I hope that these 5 steps weren't too complicated. This is going to be an easy step process. You can actually, I'm going to drop a link below where you can be able to request my free 7 steps and even this guide. Also going to be providing you with a checklist, guys. But I'm not going to leave you there yet. I am not going to leave you there because I'm going to deliver you a bonus right now. Okay. For those who waited to this far, okay, you're going to get a bonus. And this is one by far that's going to get you the exposure you need. And it's going to actually leave a lot of people stunned, right? They're going to be like, whoa. And even a lot of agents don't know these tricks, okay? I mean, I'll tell you. Now, zipyourflyer.com. Guys, if you want to expose your property to thousands of agents, you can send them an email. Imagine you could send an email to thousands of agents, guys. Imagine that. Just think about it for a second. With a click of a button. And all you have to do, yes, it's going to cost you a small fee. It's going to be a marketing strategy for you. But at the same time, you're exposing your properties to all your local agents. You can select your region. You could go to zipyourflyer.com. Okay, guys? You could go to zipyourflyer.com. Let me see if I could actually, you know what? I'll do another video on that. But yeah, you could go to zipyourflyer.com, guys. And you know what? I could actually pull it up real quick. Zipyourflyer.com. Let me show you this. Okay. So we are here. Oh, this is a foreclosure. Guys, foreclosure are on steroids. Are on steroids. It's really kind of sad and scary at the same time because I've been specializing that on foreclosure for some time right now, and I'm seeing people that just bought their property last year losing their homes, and that's sad. Okay, that's really sad. So yeah, so we can go to zipyourflyer.com. Okay, check it out, guys. Zipyourflyer.com, and you could pick anywhere you are. All right, your pricing. It's going to give you. So there you go. It was kind of moving a little bit slow. So it's going to give you the entire United States map, and you can select wherever you are, okay? On this map, let's pick North Carolina. And wherever, depending on where you are centered, I mean, if you go here, it's super simple. You can see if you're in North Carolina, and it can tell, it dives deeper, the entire coastal region, Northeast area, the Jacksonville Central Coast. And overall, you can pick based on your zone, or if you want to do multiple, then you can select, and it'll tell you right next to it, 5,400. Look at this. It's exposing you to 5,400 agents, guys, for $62. I mean, look at that level of exposure. Tell me this is not a gem and a bonus for you. So imagine you listing your property on your own, okay, guys, and being able to come here. You know, you have to create a flyer, by the way. Create a flyer. So that's the other bonus I want to give you. You're like, you know what? I mean, I don't know how to create a flyer. Guys, I promise you, it does not take a genius to create a flyer. Technology has simplified things for you so much that you don't need a graphic designer. You don't need a tech. All you do is go to canva.com, all right, and upload your pictures. It's super simple, guys. I'll do another video on that. But for now, Zip Your Flyer and Canva are going to be your two best friends when you're marketing your home to agents or anybody alike. You can create flyers and send it out. I mean, guys, tell me this is not worth your time, at least for being here right now, listening to me for a few, 10 minutes or so. Guys, I'm here to help. I'm here to empower you with the tools you need to make a choice. Make a choice. Whether you need me or you don't, make a choice. And at the end, you're going to become informed too, because you're going to understand your market. You're going to understand what's the process of selling your home. Okay. And therefore, step by step, you understand where you are. It just really informs you. It's just like driving. When you didn't drive, you're so scared. You're like, how this person can do that? How can they turn like that? How they get hold with one hand and grab a burden from the back, things like that. It's just the same thing. But eventually I'm here delivering it to you step by step. So yeah, Zip Your Flyer. This is going to be an amazing tool for you to get your home sold, guys. I promise you it's going to really set you apart from every other buyer, guys. You're gonna be like, how do you get that done? Who helped you? Who did this? You know, and you can show off and say you did it on your own with a few simple steps. This is my 7-step process, guys. I want to help you. I want to enlighten you with the tools in order for you to make a sound decision, guys. Okay. So without further ado, I really, really appreciate you taking out of your busy time. Please drop your comments, hit the like button, share with me maybe what I left out, what you want to hear more about, so that way I could create something to sign for you guys. And by the way, I'm creating a community that's going to be completely free. They're going to have platforms, so stay tuned. I look forward to hearing more from you, and you have a great day, guys. Thank you for your time.